Harry went all-out polo for charity, and we also got a full display of what seems like a hip-hop video chorus line. But I think this was more like a distraction for whatever happened to Meghan's animated Netflix project, besides some secret details that you're about to find out. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. When you're analyzing body language, the most important skill you're gonna need is your observation. And one secret that I want to share with you is to explore your creativity, because that's how you learn to pay attention to the small details that everybody else misses. And the most engaging way that I've found to level up my own creativity is Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of classes, and I'm thankful that they are the sponsors of today's episode. With Skillshare, you can learn to express your creative spirit in beautiful ways. As for me, I've always loved lettering, so Ade Hoag's class on lettering for self-expression was great to hit the ground running with this art. And here's what I made. Not bad, right? This is your chance to learn a new skill in your spare time and let your passion flow the way you've always wanted. The first 1,000 of my body language buddies to sign up using the code TheBodyLanguageGuy or my link in the description will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. Well, it shouldn't be a surprise that these photos and videos of Harry were published at the same time of Princess Charlotte's birthday. You know, we are used to the Harkles having perfect timing for attempting to steal the spotlight from the Cambridge family, so this was expected. And in these photos, there are 3 messages that they wanted to convey. Well, first, that Harry feels as comfortable in the US as he was in the UK, even if he says that he felt trapped when he was a working royal. This is a statement that he's been trying to communicate with various signals, such as that Super Bowl attendance and the discount Indiana Jones skit. Again, this is part of the plan of Harry and Meghan to win American audiences, which at the moment are the only ones that could possibly support whatever reputation they want to rebuild. Let's better not mention their perception back in the UK and how relieved is everyone that they're not coming for the Jubilee celebrations. The second message that they want to project onto the public is that Harry is still active, is still a man that loves team sports and, of course, winning as a team, and the symbolism of men riding horses, which in itself is a reinforcement of the freedom he was looking for when he left the UK. Harry must be aware of all the times the media has pointed out that he looks frustrated, low on energy, or, as I've said more than once, that he seems to be in dire need of a couple vitamin B shots. So it's a nice change that we get to see him smiling broadly, doing something that he loves. And there's all kind of source material and documentaries and people talking about this to confirm that Harry loves almost every kind of sport. That is the message he's trying to convey with these images and videos, that he's enjoying these activities in his new home. And the third message that both Meghan and Harry wanted to project with this polo day out is that they are not isolated. They still have plenty of friends and connections and some kind of network in the US. Because one of the most relevant points about this polo match is that it included Harry's longtime friend Nacho Figueras. They have this mutual history of polo matches since, well, forever. And it's not hard to spot that in this picture, where the members of the team are standing side by side, both Nacho and Harry share a look at each other. This is important to notice because whoever is in charge of releasing these pictures could have selected one with everyone looking at the camera, but they picked this one for a reason. It's important to remember that Nacho defended Harry back at the Opera Gate, but he also defended Ellen against those bullying accusations, so make of that what you will. Which takes us to this picture where Harry is being a fool. And yes, even before meeting Meghan, this is not something that was out of character for him. You realize that this is a carefully crafted way to communicate a message to improve, by any means necessary, how low their reputation and image has gone. Either that or some kind of advertisement for Meghan's Spotify podcast, Arsewives. Speaking of which, there are reports that Spotify is beginning to rethink the way they're going to allow expression on Meg's project. I don't know how that could work, but I think this could be not some censorship, but instead, Spotify wants to make sure that Meghan's podcast appeals to an audience as wide as possible. And they must be aware that topics such as the ones that Meghan wants to cover are too easy to fall into the condescending or patronizing, so the streaming platform executives must be scrambling to protect their investment. They must have known that Netflix, in the wake of losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers in the first quarter of this year, decided to axe a number of animation projects that were not helping to keep the ship afloat. Among those projects, it has been just confirmed that Meghan's animated series, Pearl, would not survive this scythe. And that is a big problem because if this kind of setbacks are not managed correctly, then they can spill over other departments or even platforms. That must be the reason Spotify wants to tighten the grip of whatever content she's going to publish. I don't know, my opinion is still the same. The Harkles should go for a good old-fashioned reality show. I mean, if it worked for the Kardashians, it should work for a couple of celebrity ex-royals, I guess. I have the feeling that this is not going to be the last issue we get to hear about their projects. That's why events like this polo match are efforts to gain that clout and image back. And this was supposed to be a game for charity, but what's so strange that when you listen to the clip, you cannot help but feel that something is off.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, actually it's what you didn't listen, because this is not normal for a public polo game. These games are always much more noisy with the announcer and the attendants. Notice the difference with a regular polo match.
Turn this one around, challenge from Willis. He comes in on this one, and this one goes around, she spins around trying to get out. Jason Warren working hard.
So I'm not saying that the match did not happen. What I'm saying is that they want people to believe that this was part of the match, when in fact was just a practice. Maybe the Netflix cameras did not get clearance to film at the actual event. And you'd be surprised with the opinion of some about how relevant Harry and Meghan still are for the royal family. In this case, it was Tina Brown, author of the recent book The Palace Papers. She appeared on the New York Times podcast saying that the royal family needs the Harkles star power now. Brown said, "I actually think there is a Harry-shaped hole in the royal family now. And Harry was beloved, actually, by the British people, and people adore Meghan when she came to the mix." It's like Brown just aligned herself with whatever Harry said about he's the one protecting the Queen, making sure she's safe and having the right people around her. She continued, "So it was actually very, very sad for everybody that it went so wrong because they actually need Harry and Meghan now." What? They need that star power and them to be on the balcony at the Jubilee. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. Now, I don't think that William or Catherine would be interested in the slightest to be around the Montecito duo again, especially in the Jubilee celebrations. Besides, they are still dealing with the media fallout after their Caribbean tour. Again, I don't think they did anything wrong. They played by the book, and you just cannot avoid that there are always gonna be people that frame whatever you do, no matter how good your intentions, in a bad light. But it seems that the never explain, never complain can take you only so far, because they have been interviewing candidates that could be fresh hirings for their public relations and communications in order to sort out this kind of crisis. Well, dear Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, I know that you watch my videos and you know where to find me in case you need help with this kind of situations. All you have to do is reach out, let's have that conversation. Because we know how confusing can be navigating the seas of social media and public opinion nowadays, especially when you want to focus on the good, positive news. And you might recall of those rumors that I addressed on a previous video, that William absolutely told Harry that he should take things slower with Meghan before getting married, and it had the exact opposite effect on him. Now we're supposed to believe that Harry married Meghan so fast because it was the only way to offer her protection. This is the lamest retcon since Highlander 2. I mean, something that blatantly tries to change the original story in such a way that fits your current narrative. And of course, the narrative that Harry doesn't feel safe in the UK, and that's why he is not bringing his children. By the way, why didn't they bring their kids to the polo match? As usual, we have more questions than answers, but I'll keep on digging to make sense of this royal soap opera. If you want to refine your observation skills, all you have to do is download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, and it will always be a pleasure, my body language buddies. Much love and bliss.